Hello everyone and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's on the hook. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did too. It was beautiful weather, kind of warm, not really hot, but it's spring and all the plants are coming out, the trees are blooming. I know I've been enjoying my time at home, but I enjoy my time at home every day because I don't really go out to a job. So if you will grab your crochet project and crochet along with me while we talk, I have several things I want to explain and a couple of patterns I want to update for you, a pattern announcement for this week, a couple of giveaways, and some updates on works in progress that I have going. So I want to show those to you and go through all these things. So be sure you have a project that you're working on, or you can just relax. Now I want to talk about measuring yourself for my patterns. I had several people ask me if I would go over it again, and I'm going to do that right now. So today I'm wearing a pair of blue jeans. You take a regular measuring tape. I use inches because I'm in the US. You start on the right side or the left side of your side seam. You bring the tape around and stop at the other side seam. So mine is always 21 inches. So I'm 21 and 23. And this is because, you know, you're wider in the back than you are in the front. The measurement I use for my sweater would be 23 inches. And then I would add ease to that. So if I want a 4-inch ease in a sweater, I would make the front and back fabric 25 inches. That's 2 inches on each piece. 2 inches on the front, 2 inches on the back. So that's how I would design the sweater as far as the size of the actual rectangles of the front and back fabric. And so you definitely want to make it the larger size. You can take your largest measurement, whether it's this measurement or your hip measurement front, hip measurement back, one of those three. If you feel like there's a large discrepancy between one and the other, take the larger measurement, and then you don't have to add as much ease to it. You could use less ease. Ease is the amount of fabric that's extra in your garment. For example, if I made a sweater that was my exact size around the hips, right to the inch, then I would not be adding any ease. But if I measured around the hip and I added 4, 6, 12 inches, then that would be the ease over the actual measurement, the ease in addition to the actual measurement. So when I mention ease in my patterns, just know that the ease is the extra amount of fabric that you put into your garment so that it's comfortable, so that it fits you, so that it's not too tight. So you definitely want to do that. To take your sleeve measurement, you measure from the shoulder seam to the underarm plus ease. Mine is between 7.5 and 8 on just about every sweater that I crochet. And you will find that when you make one or two of my sweaters, you will know what your sleeve measurement should be. And that way you can easily make a sweater without all the measuring that you have to do. Although I always say, double check. You know how they say, measure twice, cut once? I believe that. I think that it's always best to just quickly take a quick measurement, or you can try on your sweater that has the shoulder seams sewn. Just lay it on your shoulders, make sure the seams are right where they should be, and then grab under here the front and the back fabric and pull them together. You know, and what I do is I put a little stitch marker there, and then I lay the fabric out and I measure from the shoulder seam to that marker, and just kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. Now, on some of my patterns, you'll find the front and back fabric are quite large, like on the boxy sweaters that I have patterns for. They will come way over here onto your arm. See, my shoulder is there. My shoulder's here. And this is where the sweater might come. And on this particular pattern, it came to right about there. So that's not the same measurement as this measurement. It's going to be a little bit smaller. So I usually do this measurement, and then it's a little bit big on my arm, a tiny bit, and then if I do any decreasing, that fixes the pattern. I wanted to go over how to measure for one of my patterns because It's not difficult and it will fit you. That's the whole focus of every pattern that I put out that's not a shawl cowl or a shawlette or something like that. The sweaters that I design and publish always take into consideration your measurements. They are not sized. I have several people say, does that come in a small? Does that come in a medium? No, it comes in your measurement, whatever you are measuring at the time that you make the sweater. So you make the sweater to fit you now, not the sweater that after you lose 10 pounds it's going to fit you, because more than likely you're going to be disappointed. I always was anyway. So I would make things to fit me that time, at that time of my life, that when I was really, really large. And so then I've given away all of those clothes and I don't have them anymore. So that I can't just go in my closet and go, I think I'm going to gain 10 pounds and I'll wear this big pair of jeans. No, I gave away all of the things that didn't fit me now. And I make sweaters that fit me now, so that I'm more motivated to keep my weight at the weight that it is now. That's not to say I don't gain a pound or two here and there. When I splurge and go eat a lot of food somewhere, whatever. But the next day I always cut back, because I don't want to expand my wardrobe anymore. I want it to stay basically the same size it is right now. So I'm not on my soapbox. I totally understand when you're trying to lose weight how hard it is. And I did that, but it took me 40 years to finally get to the point where I have my weight where I want it. I'm not too thin. I'm not overweight. So I feel like I can be comfortable in my skin. I feel a lot better than I used to health-wise. And I didn't do a lot of exercise to get the weight off. I just ate fewer calories. And that's what it depends on. And I you know, just as I'm not a sponsor, but I used the Lose It app, LOSEIT, and that's all one word. It's a free app on your iPhone, and you can just go out there and get the app. Don't buy the paid version. I didn't buy it. I lost all the weight I wanted to on the free app. So that's just a little tip. A couple of people have asked me how I lost the weight, and that's how I did it. And so I feel a lot better now, even though, but if I was larger, I would still be making sweaters. It's not that I wouldn't make a sweater. I would just make the sweater to fit me. So I just wanted to show you some of the measuring tips, and maybe that'll help you next time you buy a pattern, and you'll understand how I say to measure up. And I do explain, I think, in every single pattern how to do what I just told you to do. But it is a little bit easier when you see a video. So now for the what I'm wearing portion of the program, and I've got Crystal here. She's wearing my Titmouse sweater that I made last month. It's a very, very comfortable sweater. It's made from wool and nylon and a knit crate yarn that is the Titmouse color, and the yarn is called Knitology. The colorway is Titmouse. Love it. Yellow and gray and navy blue. Very pretty colors. And it looks really good with a blue denim jacket. So that's how I've worn it several times. Since the weather has become warm, I guess I've worn it once without a jacket. But it's a very cool sweater, and I really, really like it. This sweater that I have on is called the Easy Tweety sweater. Here's the pattern for it. It's out on my Etsy shop. It's not a difficult pattern, but what I did this morning is I went to my computer and I read through the pattern and I made some changes to it. If you haven't bought it already, the updated version is on the Etsy shop. If you have bought it, send me an email and I'll send you the final version of it. There weren't that many changes really. I updated some of the row numbers. I didn't put lines in front of them so you could check them off. I had a couple of things that weren't really wrong, but they were easily misunderstood if you weren't familiar with crochet. So I went ahead and made those changes, and then I uploaded it to Etsy. So this morning it's out there. And if you received my email about the Stonewash sweater, then you would have a pretty good size discount if you want to order this sweater. Now this sweater is made from Stylecraft DK. Tweety, I think, is the name of it. Let me look. Yes, it's called Tweety by Stylecraft. It's 74% acrylic, 25% cotton. It is so soft and light. I love it, love it, love it. This is one of my favorite yarns, and I've shown this before. but it's sort of the same colors as the Titmouse. It's kind of a yellow and a blue. It's a gold and blue. And on this sweater, I added a collar. It's a small collar. You can make it as big as you want, but you can wear it up, you can wear it down. I really like it. I like the collar. And I made the V a little bit low on this. If the next time I make it, I might make it about a 1/2 inch shorter as far as the neckline goes. I did not put a big trim around here. I added the collar to the neckline, and the sleeves are very simple. I don't even think there are any decreases in this. I think I just took the edge of the sleeve and then I just put a good sized cuff on it, and at the bottom there's no cuff. It just starts. It's almost a crop sweater. Now that I go back and put this on, and I've been making crop sweaters, this is basically a crop sweater, but it's, you know, it's a short sweater. It's not long, but you can certainly make it longer. In fact, the next time I make it, I might make it longer. I might make it shorter. Those are decisions that are totally up to you, and these designs are totally up to you. Once you get the pattern, you can make it any way you want, and I encourage that in my patterns and in my videos. I encourage you to make changes and however you want. If you want the sleeves longer, just keep going with your cuff. It's not difficult to do, and that gives you the option of making the sweater the way you want. Now, the second pattern I wanted to talk about this morning is the Sunrise Shawlette. I'm so glad that everybody really liked this pattern. But I had a couple of ladies who had written me emails about row 12. And I totally understand why they would crochet the way they did. If you're used to making shawls in a V shape, then you would kind of know that the double crochet and chain one, skip one on the row before. And so if you're double crocheting chain one in each stitch, then you're going to make it too wide on that particular row. So that's why row 12 was not being done correctly, and I totally get it. I've made changes to it, and I've updated this pattern as well. The updated pattern is out on the Etsy shop. I'm also offering, if you've bought this and you didn't understand it, if it didn't work out for you correctly, then email me and I will send you the updated version. There are 2 changes, one on row 11 and one on row 12. If you breezed past that, don't worry about it, because those are the only 2 changes that I made. Or if you just want me to send you the updated version, I'll be glad to do that. The updates are actually in red on the pattern. The updates are in red so that you'll know where the changes were made, and then you will know if you did it right or not. If the shawl was a perfect triangle and then you put the border on it, you did just fine. Because if you did it incorrectly, you would know that those rows went out way too far because there were too many stitches in the row. So I apologize for that. I wish I hadn't done it, but I don't find too many mistakes because I do go over it more times than once when I'm writing the pattern, and then I go over it again and I think about what people would be doing at this point on this row, but that just totally blew past me, and I'm sorry about that. So both of those patterns are updated and out on the Etsy shop at this time. Okay, now on to the works in progress. This is my Sea and Sky sweater that I'm making out of the yarn that was sponsored by Glenda at Creative Grandma. And I'm going to say that every time because Glenda, I really appreciate this yarn. It is so wonderful. I love this yarn. It is soft and it's actually very easy to work with. It takes a while to make, but this sweater will not be requiring a top underneath it. I'm making the sweater a little more dense so that I won't have to wear a top under it. And again, like I've told you, it will have long sleeves and a wide neck. So that's how I'm making this. I have started the front fabric, and I will be hopefully finishing this in the next week. I know I was very aggressive about saying I was going to finish this week, but I had some other things that I had to do. So I'm working on this. This is a beautiful, beautiful yarn. This is by Knit Crate, and of course it was sponsored by Glenda at Creative Grandma. And this is 80% merino and 20% tencel. So it's a sport weight, 350 yards, on the hank. And what that tinsel is, it just really makes it so squishy and so stretchy. It's really, really nice. Any sweater that you spend some time on is going to be much more beautiful than something you just whip up with a big hook and big yarn. It's not going to be as drapey as this particular yarn, so I really, really like it. My second work in progress is with the Cotton Fair Sunshine Day, which is this color. Very, very pretty. It's orange and green, white and yellow. And I thought I was just going to do a row or two, but I continued working on this, and I have so far the first few rows of this sweater that are done, and it is kind of blotchy and kind of cutesy. I don't think I'll have a problem with that. It's not as subtle as the Titmouse yarn, which I showed you, and also the Busy Bee top that I made last year. You can see that on my Etsy shop. You can see the picture of it there. But that is a yellow and black and white yarn, Cotton Fair yarn. This is a yellow, red, and green yarn. So it's really very loud, but I like it for summer. I think it's going to be cute, and I like the way the pattern works on this. If you can see that, it works in almost like vertical stripes. Not exactly, but I'm hoping. And this is going to be a little bit of a boxy crop sweater. I'll probably make it very similar to the Summer Essential sweater that I had on Friday, and I will probably release that pattern this week. I almost have finished it. I'm going over it again. It'll be probably out on Thursday. So that would be the sweater that's very similar to the Sea and Sky. It's white with pink dots of speckles. It's really pretty, and I'll probably wear that on Friday on the giveaway video, and you can see it again, but that pattern will be going out on Thursday. The email for the discount will go out on Thursday, so you can take a look at it. If you want to look at the actual sweater, you can see that video at the end of today's video. I will put a picture of the video on the screen, and you'll see me wearing the pink sweater, and you can click on that and take a look at it. I talk all about it in that particular video, so you can go there and watch. And I'll also, at the end of this video, I will put a link to the video where I talked about the Betty Boop giveaway, and that is the Betty Boop. I've got this in plastic so it doesn't get dirty, but this is the Betty Boop bag that we're giving away on Thursday. So be sure to go in and put a comment on the video from last Thursday, and the giveaway will be this Thursday. So I'll be back to select a winner for the Betty Boop bag, and this is sponsored by JoTotes and by On the Hook Crochet. So just wanted you to know that, and I will be back on Thursday, and maybe I'll wear my pink sweater at that point. We'll see. Another project that I have in the works, and this is living in an actual little basket that I found. I love this. I found it down in my craft room, and it's just cardboard, but it holds a project, and I ran out of project bags, believe it or not. It is a mandala ombre. I'm going to pull this back. I've rewinded some of it. Mandala ombre yarn, and this color is cool. It's COOL. It's a size 4 weight yarn. It's 344 yards on the ball, and it is 100% acrylic. So I really like this. Jo actually made, my friend Jo, who makes the project bags, she made this in a cowl this winter, and I really liked it. I love the colors. It's very subtle grays and whites, and just all mixed in. Looks like it's going to be a very gradual change. So I started a stonewash sweater with this, and it's very similar to my stonewash yarn, which was the Coastal Cotton from Michaels. This is, I just got it online. It's by Lion Brand, and this is what it looks like. This is the bottom. Wait a minute, let me find the right side. Here's the right side. See my stitch marker there. This is what it looks like. It's very beautiful, made up. I'm doing the stonewash pattern with this yarn, and it looks like it's going to behave the same way as the coastal cotton, but this will be acrylic, and I can wash this. It won't be too hard to wash, and I can also wear it with black, and it might be a little dressier maybe to wear to church with a black skirt or a pair of black jeans. I really like this. It's beautiful, and it will look nice with black. And I also have a black denim jacket that I can wear with it, and maybe with a white skirt, so it'll be really pretty. And I'm just going to work on that as I can. I'm using an eye hook to make that, just like I did the stonewash sweater, because I want it to be dense enough not to have to wear something underneath it as far as a tank top goes or something like that. Those are my works in progress, and I really am enjoying crocheting. Now, I overdid it on Saturday. I was crocheting really fast and really hard. I think it was the Sea and Sky sweater. And all of a sudden my arm started to hurt right in here. So I quit crocheting for a while. I put it down, and then yesterday we were relaxing yesterday afternoon, and I thought, well, I'm going to grab that project. I think I'll grab a different project. So I grabbed the stonewash sweater that I'm making out of the mandala, and I was just really going to town on that. I did 4 or 5 long rows, and my arm started hurting again. So I've laid it down. I'm not going to crochet today. I'm doing a video today, and I'm going to do some things around the house. And so I'm not going to crochet today as much as I want to. I'm going to give my hand a day to rest because I have been working it pretty hard. I've been publishing a lot of patterns, and I want to be sure that you have lots to do, especially now that we are inside for the most part until we get the go-ahead to go back out into society. And that new pattern, my summer essential pattern, will go out on Thursday. That is a very boxy sweater made from fingering yarn, and I'll wear it Thursday so that you can see it, and I'll release the pattern on Thursday as well. So we'll get to see it again. But I did wear it last week, and I'll put the link to that, of course. Now on to giveaways. Today is Monday, giveaway day, so I have 3 giveaways that are going to be easier for me to mail out. I'm mailing out the others tomorrow along with my little Easter books to my grandsons because we can't go visit. And so all that will go out tomorrow to the winners from last week's giveaways, and just know that they're on their way tomorrow morning. But today I want to start a giveaway for this week. I always do that. Everybody seems to really like it, even though a lot of you say, if you didn't do giveaways, I'd still watch you, which makes me feel good. But I do like to do giveaways. I'm always finding things that I have duplicates of or that I just can't use, and I want to give them away to someone who would love them and use them in their crochet crafts. So this Friday, giveaway winner number 1 will receive a new crochet magazine, and this is the summer 2020 version of this magazine. Very, very nice. I've been through this, and there's some really great patterns in here, but I'm going to show you the recap page, I call it, where it has a picture of all the different crochet patterns that are actually in this magazine. They're in this magazine. Now I found this to be a very nice sweater. I went over the instructions. It looks fairly easy. I liked, there is one shawl in here, this one right here, that's so beautiful. It's called the Lakeshore lace wrap. Very beautiful. I looked at the pattern. It looks a little bit difficult, but not too much. And then there are a couple of baby patterns in here. They're toddler patterns, really cute. For a little boy, a romper, and a little girl, a little dress. So cute. I really like those too. And for the price of this magazine, the published price is $7.99, and you can get 23 patterns for that. That is a great deal. And you're going to pay less than that if you have a subscription. I'm not sponsored by Crochet Magazine. I just love Crochet Magazine. So here's one. This will go to giveaway winner number 1. Giveaway winner number 2 will win a crochet hook by Clover. This is the 7.0. Let me turn it this way where you can see it. This is the 7.0 hook, which is a 7mm hook. This is the hook that's between the K and the L hook. So this is a 7mm hook, brand new in the package, and I'm giving this away to giveaway winner number 2. Giveaway winner number 3 will receive any pattern they want from my Etsy shop. Anyone, I will email it to you. If you win it, I will email you the PDF directly from me. So if you win it, you can just send me your email address, and I will send you the pattern. So giveaway winner number 3 will receive a pattern from me, and that's all digital, so I don't have to go to the post office, and these 2 things can go out from my house. So I'm going to not go to the post office next week. I think that it's just smarter not to go if you don't have to go. And I might go check my P.O. box, but I will not be standing in line to mail out 3 packages. Sometimes when they're to another country, they take about 15 or 20 minutes each. And they cost a lot too besides. And a digital pattern or something small is a little bit less expensive for me to send out. So that's all good, and that's what I'll be doing this week. So put a comment down below, and the word for this week is mandala, and let me show you that. It is M-A-N-D-A-L-A. Mandala. Lion Brand puts out a mandala yarn. It's easy to spell, M-A-N-D-A-L-A. So write the word mandala in your comment, and you will be in the running for Friday's giveaway. Don't forget, Thursday I'll be publishing a video with the winner of the Betty Boop bag, which is this bag right here. Love it, love it, love it. I love this project bag. It's just like the ones I use. I have to give it away. Jo gave it to me to give away to the viewers and subscribers of my channel, and y'all have been so supportive of her, and I've been emailing back and forth to her, and I'll put her email address down in the description box. And if you decide you want a project bag, you can certainly ask her about it, and she can give you a price and a time frame when you can expect it. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll be back on Thursday to announce the winner of the giveaway for the Betty Boop bag, and then again on Friday for the winners of this giveaway, and to catch you up on some works in progress as well. So join me next time to find out what's on the hook.